Hello and welcome to the Bowls Show, all thanks to Bowls Australia and powered by Drinkwise and Aero Bowls. We are down to the final three teams in the BPL 20 competition as we've reached the preliminary final between the Sydney Saints and the Tweed Ospreys. Val, as I welcome you in, the Sydney Saints who have taken the competition by storm, reaching the prelim in their debut season. Welcome, Val.
Thanks, Jordan. It's great to be back. And yeah, it's quite unbelievable what they've been able to do because they were down in the doldrums early. They were on the bottom of the ladder and they've managed to find their way to this prelim somehow, some way. But the fans, the St John's Park parochial fans, they have been loud, they've been boisterous, and it's been great to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing how they go against the Ospreys.
Absolutely. We'll check that out in just a few moments. Of course, we are here thanks to Aero and their Actuality logo. Personalise your set of Aero bowls with any logo you wish. Aero's patented process prints onto your bowl permanently in full colour. So be sure to visit Aero Bowls and get your hands on these premium bowls. Let's open with some news from around the bowls world. This is all thanks to OMF. Better sleep, better performance every match, every day. And Val, your team have been working around the clock to prepare for the big Australian Open, and all those participating, the sectionals and the draws are now available.
I wish I could say it was my team, but the media team doesn't do it. It's the events team. Andrew Howie leads it beautifully and Paul Holschke as well, but they've done a power of work in getting the Australian Open draws up and running. So you can visit ausopen.bowls.com.au, head to the sectional draws, and if you're playing next week, you can go and have a look at who you're playing. Hopefully you haven't drawn a Jackaroo and it's given you a nice clear path into the knockout rounds, but you never know. If you do draw a Jackaroo, it's a great experience.
Absolutely, and of course one of the big events on the Bowls calendar here in Australia. As we move on, it's time for Have You Heard? All thanks to Audica. Be hearing healthy with Audica. What have you got for us today, Val?
Well, Without Bias, our radio show, that's back. Our 20-year stint, or 20 episode stint is back on 1116 SEN across the analogue radio forms. If that's, you still get that in your car nowadays, it's all digital. Yeah. And but yeah, so also catch up on it on Bowls Australia's YouTube channel, but hosted by myself, and then we'll get a lot of high-profile guests from the world of bowls, both global and close to home, which is really cool. But a couple of episodes already, so catch up on BA's YouTube channel or listen live 10 o'clock in the evening, Australian Eastern Standard.
Excellent. Yep, 11:16 on the AM, the analogue, or DAB, or podcast, or the app, or wherever you want to get your radio shows. All right, let's get stuck into today's feature match on the Bowl Show as we relive the action from the 20th edition of the BPL in November. Last week, the Sydney Lions booked their passage directly into the final, and today it will be either the Saints or the Ospreys who will face them in the BPL 20 final. Val, take us through the lineups thanks to Right at Home, the Right Care Right at Home, Australia's premier in-home care provider.
Well, yeah, the lineup's heavy hitters. Chloe Stewart, Aaron Tees, Corey Wedlock and their coach Wayne Turley, the Ospreys. This is the most consistent trio in Bowls Premier League. Look, you can see Paul Holschke in the background there for Bowls Australia. Don't we love the man of the people? But these three plus Turls, you know, they almost are the BPL with what they've been able to do. They've won 4 titles as a team up to this point, and, you know, they just get better and better. And there are the Saints in their first tournament. Jared Beef leading out, Ben Twist, Dawn Heyman and Jamie Walker, who has really come into his own this event. You know, you can just see the competitive instinct in him and how much he loves being out there, and Dawny and Twisty are absolute superstars. So this will be a cracking contest.
There we go. Will it be Tweed or will it be Sydney Saints? We'll find out. The penultimate stage of the BPL 20 competition, the preliminary final, begins right after this short break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise, and Aero Bowls. We're here at Club Pine Rivers for the preliminary final of the BPL 20 tournament between the Sydney Saints and the Tweed Ospreys. Let's crack into the action.
It is still one shot to the Saints and they creep away. Kelsey Cottrell, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. I'm going to go enjoy another great game of bowls and then another one after this.
How good is this night going to be? It's BPL 20 finals night and the Saints lead at 2-0. Liam.
Live and creep away they do. It's been that sort of night. There's been, it feels like almost every end has been a single shot end. That's a credit to how high quality the play's been.
Yeah, we've seen an enormous amount of single shots. Not very many numbers so far this evening. I think we saw a 3 by the Saints in one of their earlier games, but there really hasn't been many other numbers. It's been, yeah, just a really tight night.
Always going to be tight when you get to the top few Beautiful draw to open.
Yeah, that's a great start and twist. And ever consistent Corey Wedlock. He's so good at replying when the opposition puts their first one on it. Look at this. He is outstanding, Corey.
Separated the Saints bowl from the jack. Twisty on the mat. Saints are aiming to become the first side to win on debut since Tweed in BPL 10.
Yeah, that's an impressive achievement. First series, and to have won it feels like a really long time ago when Tweed did it, but here the Saints are having a crack.
Corey, a great track again.
Yeah, well played, Corey Wedlock.
He's a fan favourite for the Ospreys.
He is. I think we're going to see some weight here from Ben Twist. He plays these shots so well. He's chasing it. He's got to be close. Oh, he's just missed the jack. He's got one out, though.
Yeah, not the worst result. Put it back to 2 once again. Corey, this is an identical shot. Corey Wedlock. That is superb. It's nestled in there.
Well, Dawn Heyman, I think we're going to see her playing the weighted shot now. He doesn't waste much time.
That's a bullet go, and
Oh, wow.
somehow the jack did not move.
It's hard to imagine how that jack didn't move at all. She hit it with some pace. It just, ball just sort of rolled around it. RNT's looking to put it back where Corey had it. He has. They just keep putting it back in the same spot. Well, we know what Dawn is about to do. Can she get the jack this time?
Well, rinse and repeat. Not quite.
You try and trail it.
Not a lot in it.
Yeah, he's got to try and change this up. Touch of the jack, roll one of the bowls over. We know Dawny's going to be running at it again, looking for that jack. Aaron Tees, he's in the area. Hasn't changed anything up, so...
Last chance for Dawn. Again, she'll play with weight. Hunting the jack. And it's a bullet. And she's done it.
She's got it, but the jack's gone the other way, and there is a toucher for Tweed in the ditch already. So unlucky. Tweed are holding 1, maybe 2.
And add to the toucher, Aaron Tees. Drawing to the ditch, it's gonna hold.
Wow, that's an awesome shot. He takes a big side, checks his watch.
Takes a deep breath. Aaron Tees, it wasn't his game in the previous, but that is going to lift the Ospreys, you feel, Carla.
Oh, absolutely. That is such a good shot.
Checks the watch as well. What do you think he's looking at when he looks at that?
He thinks he's checking it to see it's about time that he's played a good shot, but I think he's been a bit harsh on himself.
He certainly holds himself to high standards.
Corey Wedlock once again in the area.
tied up at 2 shots apiece.
It's just not going to have the legs, so Corey Wedlock is on a mission at the moment.
What an awesome end from the Ospreys just previous. Corey leading beautifully, and he's doing so once again.
Yeah, it's just beautiful to watch. He's just drawing them in. Putting lots of pressure at the moment on the Saints, but Ben Twist and Dawn Heyman, they're well and truly up to the task. Played.
Oh, just passed.
Yeah, it's well played though. Really nice home.
Corey looking to put one back. Wants to stay up for the Ospreys. It's going to be handy.
Yep, sure is. They know that Dawn and Ben are playing a very attacking game. It's important to get one deep early on. And Twist with weight, looking to get the split of the 2 bowls. Oh, he's got the both. And a little bit of the jack to his own.
Beautifully done from Ben Twist. Just laid down the cannon, took out 2.
Nothing is safe on the screen at the moment. Everybody is converting. The leads, the skips, all 4 of them out there on the ring, they're just converting with every bowl.
Hasn't the demeanour of the coaches just changed across the night as well, Carla?
It hasn't.
This night brings the extra tension.
Dawn Heyman, she had 3 runners on that last end. Back to the draw. Guarantees. This is in the area. It's looking really good. It's just slippery. Much better for them though.
Unlucky not to crash in for shot. It was a great shout from Teasy. Dawn's found the avenue.
Not far off drawing another shot.
Don't want to leave it. Oh, vulnerable, but quick, call something.
Go in it. Forehand, going for the jack.
Shot clock was about to expire.
He was close. Has he got it?
Teasy.
He's got the jack.
It'll be respotted. Well, the Ospreys have the advantage. Early Corey Wedlock back bowl, a feature. Now Dawn Heyman, right of reply.
She's got plenty of room, Dawny. Just got to pass that one. Yes, justly passed.
And she will. Dawn Heyman converts for the shot for the Sydney Saints, and they will turn for home going into the 5th end with a 3-2 lead in a double power play.
We're going to take a quick break here on the Bowl Show, but stick around for more action on the other side. Welcome back to the Bowl Show. All thanks to Drink Wise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise, and Aero Bowls. Let's get back into the Bowls action.
Multiple ones being scored. We saw just the one end where someone got a double. It's just been so tight. And once again, another set where the double power play on the last end.
Yeah. Happened in both of the first two sets for the Saints earlier this evening. Double power play fifth end.
Ben Twist looking to just another foot away. It's a good opener.
Can't quite add to it. It will be second shot for now.
Yeah, for now. I think we know these players, they're in too good a form to not see any bowls inside that one. Well, Corey's just going a bit again. Unless he's setting up a plan that he hasn't told everybody else about. And Twister will just be wanting to pass this time. It's important to make sure you've got at least one of them past the jack. Well, he's going to promote his own. It's ended up working out all right.
Hasn't it? That's the shot.
It's given a handy guide for Corey, though.
Already has the two back bowls. Corey, can he draw for the shot? Using that crash pad. It's going to miss.
So the Saints are holding three. The work for the Ospreys to do here. I really feel should still be trying to tuck that jack in. Get right to it. This is a fair effort.
That has found a useful home for Dawn. What a shot.
Aaron Tees, he's after it. They know they got the backies. Oh, well done, Aaron Tees.
They found what they were after.
So both skips now. We're drawing to the ditch once again. We've seen this so many times throughout this event.
We sure have. Only Forsyth had a big draw to the ditch last night. There's a rangefinder for Dawn.
Yeah, that's probably the shot. I suspect we're going to see some bowls passing that one, though. And Tees, just a few ends before, drew right to the plinth. Oh, Giles didn't reach, so Dawn will have another crack.
Last chance for Dawn. Holding at the moment. I think she needs to pass here. This is very dangerous otherwise. Aaron Tees, over to you.
This will answer who takes out the first set. Saints currently holding one, which will double to two. Only needs to add a foot on his last bowl. Aaron Tees.
Looks like it's going to have the legs.
It's perfect.
Absolutely pinpoint. Aaron Tees lays it down with ease in the end. And the power play double point, 1 doubles to 2, and the Ospreys have taken the first set here in the semi-final at Club Pine Rivers.
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise and Aero Bowls. Let's head back out to the rink.
The power play. Trailing by 5 shots. Aaron Tees again has subbed himself out. Initial verdict from Jamie was not good. How will it land? Still playable.
Yeah, it's stayed on. You've got to get one there eventually, so you can't be too disappointed with that. If it's your first, second or third, you're going to have to put a bowl behind, so he's just done it with his first one.
Yeah.
Chloe, just got to hurry all she can. And that's a pretty good start. Oh, if Tweed want to win this in straight sets, this is really the end they've got to score on. It's their power play end.
Oh, Jamie Walker again. Nice draw, Jack high. We'll be on our way to the first tiebreaker of the night. Didn't think it would be till match 4 potentially, till we see it. There's been 3 straight setters in a row, Carla.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been so close though, hasn't it? All the sets really, no sets have really blown out at all tonight. They've all come down to the last end.
Yeah, it has been close. Even that one set for the Pioneers, which they won 11-3, was just blown out by the nature of the power play pulled on the final end.
So Chloe Stewart just looking to hunt a little bit into this shot bowl. Well done, Chloe. Chloe's enjoying the Chloe chant.
Dawn passing.
Yeah, that's a good starter from Dawn. Finishing a really good home. So Corey Wedlock now with the skippering duties.
Just find another one in there. Anything off?
The call is just to try and get another one in there. Second shot, but it's a bit vulnerable. This one's not going to make it, so...
count the Ospreys with a power play.
Yeah, they're holding one. I think ideally they'd like to get at least a 2 on their power play, get them right back into the set.
Dawnies have had a terrific night so far. Of course, that draw in what was a tiebreaker in the Saints game, in fact, earlier was just superb.
It's got to give you confidence too when you play those big shots in the moment. Save the game for your team.
Timeout called from Corey.
Yeah, I think he's just having a little bit of chat to Tells, trying to make the decision. Do they go for this, try and get that ball out of there? Try and capitalise on this power play as much as they can. Redlock looking to pop that ball through. He's played it so well. That is humongous.
The Tweed fans are up. It's going to be a nice count for the Ospreys on the power play. The marker is reaching for the paddles. Count them up for Tweed.
Oh, and a hug. He deserved it. That was a super shot.
That's going to see the Sprays in the lead here. And this game has turned on its head in the second set. The Sydney Saints will let their power play fire in the fourth end.
They have to. They have to try and fight back after that.
Stick around for more action on the Bowl Show after the break. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to DrinkWise. You won't miss a moment if you drink Wise and Aero Bowls. We now head back to our competitors on the green.
Jamie Walker on the mat. This is a big count for the Ospreys, Clive Adams.
Well, I was about to say you can count on one hand the number of 10s I've seen on the show rink. It doesn't quite sound right to say that I can count them on one hand when it takes 2 hands to count to 10. But what a shot. 5 doubled to 10 on the show rink during finals night. I can remember a Ben Twist 5 doubling to 10 a while back, Beck, but we don't see many of those. Beck Van Ash.
Yeah, that's right, Clive. I think, like you said on the show rink, it's unusual enough, let alone finals night. I think that's the key point. Finals night. What a shot by Corey Wedlock.
Wow. And that could go a long way to getting them into the final. However, the Saints have their power play in vogue here. If they can get 2, 3 would be ideal. But if they can get 2, they'll give themselves a chance going into the final end of the second set.
Yeah, big end here coming up. It's certainly a make or break end now for the Saints. But Dawnie's done some pretty special things this BPL so far, so we'll see if she can do it again.
It has been special to watch, hasn't it?
It has been awesome, and I think probably putting my female lens on this,
Yeah,
Clive,
absolutely.
like it's just been so awesome to see a female out here on finals night, skipping, doing such a magnificent job. I love the fact that the Saints and look, Dawnie's a true blue St John Saint through and through, and she's put her heart into this, and to see the boys get behind her and back her in because her bowls have done the talking has just been absolutely brilliant, and I've loved watching every minute of it, regardless of what happens here. She's done herself proud, she's done women's bowls proud, and she's certainly done the Saints proud.
I think you might have just said that perfectly. Yeah, very well said. Can the Saints come back? The job has been done for the Ospreys with the first couple of bowls. Corey Wedlock now looking to add to the good work of Chloe Stewart. And looks pretty good as well. Just needs to nestle in here. Well, he didn't nestle, but he has drawn a second shot. So let's see what Dawn can come up with here. Really, as I say, the Saints need 2 shots here because otherwise it's going to be a 4-shot requirement on the final end to be able to win the set. Remember, they must win the set. So it's weight from Dawn. It's in the area. Jack all the way.
What a shot, Dawn Heyman.
And sits, well, about half a metre away in the ditch. That is going to be terribly difficult to beat and does give the Saints that opportunity at a couple.
Yeah, and Dawny's not afraid to have a crack if the shot's there.
She's playing them all.
Yeah, she's as good a hit, run, draw as anyone in the game.
Corey Wedlock looking to draw as close as he can here. 1 down, which will double to 2, is not a huge issue for the Ospreys. But 2 is what they'll be trying to avoid.
That's right, and that's a really great shot from Corey. You know, it's a hard shot draw into the ditch. He's put some pressure on Dawn now to try and draw another. I like what the Ospreys have done this BPL, Clive. They've mixed things up a little bit. We've seen Corey come to the helm. You know, he's led some terrific sets as well, and then stepped up to skip. They've changed it up a little bit, whereas, you know, I think we've most commonly seen Aaron T stay out there for sort of 2 full sets, and Corey and Chloe sort of swap the lead spot between them.
Feels like they've gone a little bit more with gut feel, a little bit more than they have in the past.
Yeah, and I think, like, to their credit, it's been a good move because they haven't just stayed set in their ways, you know, and I think it is easy to stay in that routine sometimes, but they've scratched to actually make sure they get the win.
This is very close. It's just going to trickle in.
What a terrific effort.
So this bowl now becomes massive in the scheme of BPL 20 finals night.
2/3 here. I think she will be looking to try and get that bowl out of there.
Look for the bowl. It is a power play for the Saints. This is huge. It's on its way. She's already backed away from it. She's caught the edge of the Saints' front bowl, so I believe it's going to be 1 to the Saints, which will double to 2, but they are going to have a quick look. Yes, 1 doubles to 2, and the Saints' hopes rest in grabbing 4 shots on the final end of the second set to get this to a tie-break. Otherwise, it'll be the Ospreys that advance to the final against the Sydney Lions. Now, Beck, I know you're a fan of the set 2 winner stat wins the tie-break. I'm sorry to say.
Oh, it's let me down this series, has it?
It's let you down.
Oh, BPL 20, it's let me down in more ways than one, Clive.
Look, only by 2%. But no, the set 1 winner has had the advantage. We've actually had a few double set draws, which throws off the 100%. But it's 49% to the set 1 winner and 47% to the set 2 winner, as I say, with a few that have been drawn.
I think there's been a lot of anomalies this BPL. You know, the extra 2 teams coming into the competition has certainly changed dynamics. You know, a couple of different rules that we've seen come in. We now see that all players need to play the minimum of 4 ends instead of 3. We've seen the minimum length now as a length option. You know, all of which I think have been great changes, and it's really rejuvenated BPL. We have, you know, we've probably got a bit set and stayed in our ways the last few series. So, yeah, it's brought another little dynamic into it. So it's been really exciting.
Completely agree. I think one of the teams that's discovered that is actually the Sydney Lions. We've seen Karen Murphy play a much more forefront role for the Sydney Lions than perhaps she's played in the past, and she's put the runs on the board to show it. Her stats as a lead are outstanding. She's right at the top of the table in terms of how the leads have performed, and she's been just given more ends on the ring to show the absolute class that we know is Karen Murphy.
And I'm not surprised to hear that her stats are up there, because I think probably over most BPLs her stats have been up there, and you know, for whatever reason and for whatever tactics, there's been a lot of BPLs where Kaz has only played the minimum 3 ends, and I remember a couple of BPLs ago having a bit of a dig at Steve Glasson about that, because
any opportunity to have a dig at Steve
well, of
Glasson,
course, you know, any opportunity, but you know, she's been one of the most consistent players in this event over a period of time. So And I think it's probably no surprise with the lineup this time that she is the most senior player in the team. Yes. She's got a wealth of experience and knowledge.
Chloe Stewart gets to the jack. Does she hang on to shot? It's rolled back towards the Saints, so it is close. And it's one to the Saints. No, spot on, Beck. Spot on. So Dawn Heyman is going to need to weave some magic here, Beck.
Yeah, she's probably got to back against it a little bit here, but there's still opportunities, and that's the key. And Dawny's got a lot of fight and grit about her, so she certainly won't give up if there's an opportunity here to make 4 good areas too. Still very much in the game with this one.
Oh, that is a super shot. That has drawn another. Expect Corey will just be searching here just to land one of those bowls out of there or trail the jack. That's all it's going to take. He is very close. He's pushed that bowl through, and that is going to make things very, very difficult for the Saints. A front toucher now required for Dawn Heyman. Must just nudge the jack down the line and try and bring her back bowl back into the count. He is close. Bowl passed. That's a great shot. The problem is the Ospreys bowl just hooked up on the back bowl, and I'm not sure there's an option for 4 here.
Yeah, it was a great shot. It probably just hung around where she didn't want it there. I believe Kill's still up the sleeve.
Yeah, I'm not sure she's got a look at the kill. That's the issue. I'm not sure how clear a look she's got at that. With the 2 Saints bowls up the front, she may still have a line to it on the backhand, perhaps.
Corey will be really trying not to open anything up here.
Well, there is a path to the jack on the backhand. Are we going to see a nomination to kill? Timeout is being called, and I think the only option here is the kill. I can't see how a 4 can happen there, Beck, with the 2 bowls up the front.
Yeah, I think she definitely has to nominate the kill here.
And hit the Ospreys bowl?
Yeah, I think
yes.
Hit the Ospreys bowl, or even off the wing, there might be... Yeah, I think she just needs to get the inside edge of that Ospreys bowl even.
Yeah, I think either edge of that gives her a chance.
Unfortunately, those ones up front are right in that direct line.
So it's going to be back in. There is a line to the jack. It is possible to get to it. She's playing it with weight to try and shape that down. It looks close. Just caught the front. So that is going to be the end of the campaign for the Saints. They should be very proud of their campaign, but it is the Ospreys, courtesy of one end in the second set. They won one end, but they doubled 5 to 10.
What a massive end. What a terrific shot from Corey Wedlock to make that happen. But the Saints definitely be proud. What a fantastic debut in the BPL competition. And Tweed, wow, one of probably the best records in BPL, playing the Sydney Lions, who also have one of the best records. So what a great final matchup.
It's going to be a huge final. Thank you so much for your time, Beck. Corey Wedlock's with Lindsay Clark.
He is. Thank you, Clive. Corey, the Ospreys, another grand final. It must feel amazing.
Yeah, 100%. It's a great feeling. We've got such a great support crew here, and yeah, just can't wait to get into it.
Let's take us back to that shot that you made for 10. How hard was that? And you went off like you knew you'd got it from about halfway down.
Yeah, I've been struggling playing weight down that all week, so I just try to point in a good line and hope for the best. And once the jack stayed, I knew it was good.
Tell us about the energy now going into this grand final. Back in the winner's circle and another shot at the lines that got you just a few short games ago.
Yeah, it's payback. So I think they've got us all 3 games this event. So yeah, it'd hurt to lose this one for them, but no, we'll see how we go.
Awesome, mate. Well, we look forward to seeing you in action. Well done and good luck for the grand final.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, what a match that was. Join us on the other side of the break for the Bowl Show Awards. Back soon. Welcome back to the Bowl Show, all thanks to Bowls Australia and powered by Drinkwise and Aero Bowls. Val, What a final. That was unbelievable. The Saints and Tweed came... that was an unbelievable competition on the green, and Tweed, after looking like they were on the canvas, somehow pulled it out of the bag.
I don't know how they did it. I really don't. It's to win 3 ends out of 10 and win that match. It just shouldn't happen sometimes. But, you know, when you win a power play, that's all you have to do. You have to focus on winning your power plays at BPL, and it'll go such a long way to bringing home the victory. And that's exactly what happened. 2 power play wins for Tweed, 2 set victories, and that's what got them into the final.
All right, let's dissect this match and get into our Bowl Show awards, starting with the play of the day, all thanks to Titanium Caravans. Go off-road and off-grid in total luxury. What did you pick out as the play of the day?
Well, it had to be Corey Wedlock. It just simply had to be. You're down 5-0, end 3 in the second set. To make a 5 and double it to 10, like, that doesn't happen much, especially in this caper when all of the bowlers are just so wonderful. It's so hard to score a 5, and let alone on a power play. It just doesn't happen much. And when you're doing that, that can just break the back of the opposition when they need to score 6 in 2 ends to come back when you're going to at least have last bowl once. You know, it's unheard of. So Corey Wedlock, that had to be. It was one of the most supreme moments I've seen in a Bowls Premier League.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And the moment of the match, all thanks to Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. What was the moment of the match for you, Val?
Can I use Corey for both?
You can.
Well, I won't. I'll go with Teasy. You got to give one to Teasy. He's played a brilliant tournament. And this here in the first set, in the final end, final bowl, Teasy's got 1 left on their power play. They're down set, and well, he's trailed it into the ditch already, and boom, stops. That's it. They take the first set 4-3 on a power play. So, ladies and gentlemen, if I've got one message for you from today, if you're ever playing BPL, win your power plays.
Yep, absolutely. Goes a long way to helping you towards the final, which is where we're going very soon. That's all we have time for today, but make sure to check out the entire Aero Bowls collection, including their Actuality logo. Personalise your set of bowls with any logo you wish. Aero's patented process prints onto your bowl permanently in full colour. And our BPL 20 Grand Final is set, and it's a rematch of the thrilling semi-final. Val, I can barely wait to see it next week.
I'm really excited, Jordan. I absolutely cannot wait. The winner of this will be the first to 5 BPL titles. We'll talk more about that next week, but you were majestic as always.
Oh, thank you, Val, as were you. A bit of history on the line next week in the BPL 20 final. Thank you again for being with us at home. Thank you again, Val, on the panel, and we'll catch you next time on The Bowl Show. The Bowl Show would not be possible without the generous support of Drinkwise. You won't miss a moment if you drink wise. OMF, sleep deeper, recover faster, perform stronger. Wake up refreshed, energised and ready to dominate every game. Audica, your hearing is our expertise. Right at home, the right care right at home. Australia's premier in-home care provider. Titanium Caravans, service your caravan with the industry leaders, Titanium Caravans. Aero Bowls, the same line every time. And of course, Bowls Australia.